Hello Libra, my name is Keith Haswell and I'm a professional astrologer with 40 years experience in the business, over 30,000 clients worldwide, 140 YouTube videos on all aspects of personal and spiritual growth, and also 2 books under the belt on astrology, meditation and reincarnation and the deeper aspects of personal and spiritual growth. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to this particular video, Libra, on your personal relationships over the next 4 weeks during the month of November 2014. Now, I'm going to be able to help you, Libra, through doing your horoscope chart, your own personal horoscope chart. I'm prepared to do that for you free of charge and to send that to you by email, together with 12 CDs out of my first book, What Really Matters, where I take you in and out of meditation time and time again. But most importantly too, Libra, is I'm prepared to send you a printed report from your personal horoscope on the social planets in your horoscope, their location in your horoscope by sign and by planetary house placement, and also by aspect with each other, and that determines how well you've done in terms of relationships in previous lives, and what sort of test that you set for yourself in this incarnation to be more loving and more happy in relationships. So that's a personal report, that's a printed report sent to you free of charge together with your horoscope chart when you submit your birth details through the Your Horoscope page of my website. Now, the website address will come up later on in the horoscope on this reading that I'm doing for you, and it will pop up on the screen, so pause it there and write it down. If you're on a mobile device, then it may not pop up, so take it down now. It's www.mysteryofsirius.com, and have a bit of fun there. I'll be able to help you to understand yourself more and to understand the nature of reality more. Now, what I'm going to do for you now, Libra, is to lay things out on a timeline during the month of November and tell you what impacts that planetary transits are having upon your social planets. The first one of these is on the 2nd of November. It sees a negative influence upon your finances and personal relationships and spouse partnership relationships, that type of thing. It does see a lot of insecurities inside of yourself and bad judgment too. So you can be tempted into a secret relationship or something like that with that sort of influence around. On the 4th of November, you've got a Pluto influence which fortifies and strengthens determination. Now, each of these cycles only has an influence lasting for a day either side, okay? So not powerful influences. But Pluto there will fortify and strengthen determination and willpower, especially in terms of friendships and group activities. On the 7th of November, Libra, you've got a full moon occurs in your 8th house. Now that's going to see a period of 2 weeks where it's not good for commencing and starting new projects. I'll get to your new moon later, but the full moon is a culminating sort of an influence, and it's time to consolidate things that you've commenced and started in the previous 2 weeks prior to the 7th of November. So that's a time to consolidate those gains and bring about a lot of changes there within yourself with that sort of full moon influence. On the 19th of November, Libra, you've got a Jupiterian influence, which is very beautiful. It sees a lot of happiness for you on the social side of life, good stars for new projects, favourable stars for joint finances, and positive growth and change within yourself. But you can have some secret worries about relationships if you allow any underhandedness to come into it. Now, on the 11th of November, you've got a Pluto influence, which is a conjunction, and it means that there's a lot of inner stress and tension there within yourself to do with finances and to do with loving relationships with partner or spouse. On the 13th of November, you've got a Saturn influence, which is going to see social activities perhaps delayed or obstructed or put off. Personal interests don't go well around that time, and there will be frustrations to do with joint finances. On the 14th of November, Libra, you've got a Jupiterian influence, which is very favourable for you socially, especially to do with group interests, club activities and things like that. Other people's children bring happiness for you, and good stars through friends, but don't allow friends to discourage you in any way, because they can be a little bit of a dampener in some ways with a little bit of deception on their part. Now on the 18th of November, you've got a Saturn influence, which does show potential for a little bit of ill health, especially with regard to a friend. A friend could come down with a bit of ill health, and there can be some frustrations. Maybe something organised with a friend will have to be delayed in terms of a social event. On the 22nd of November, you've got a new moon, and that's a very exciting time for you, Libra. Now with a new moon, it happens in your 3rd house, so it's a very, very favourable time over the next 2 weeks to commence and start new projects and ideas, especially anything that's in working together with relatives or with neighbours. Anything to do with motor vehicles and contracts and agreements are favoured in the next couple of weeks. Now on the 27th of November, you've got a Uranus influence, and it's a very positive influence, Libra. With Uranus, there's unexpected things happen. Someone can ring you out of the blue that you haven't seen for a long while and just say, hey, I'm in town, I want to see you. Or you can run into somebody, 1,000,000 to 1 chance that you met them at this particular time and just form the relationship. It's good for you for personal initiatives and interests, and it's favourable for inner transformation and change. And the last one we come to, Libra, is on the 27th of November, with Neptune badly aspected to the Sun, and that can see underhandedness on the part of friends in particular, because it impacts upon the 11th house of your horoscope, and there can be some secret worries for you generally in your life. So be careful of your judgment during that time with a bad Neptune influence, and stay away from alcohol and drugs during that period as well. So I look forward to working further with you, Libra. If you decide to go to my website and put your birth details in, I'll send you that printed report by email, and the website address should have popped up on the screen by now, so you hopefully will have written that down. If it didn't pop up and you didn't get a chance to write it down, it's always in the description of my videos. So any of my videos, you can see them and get the website address from there. So it's great to have this opportunity to talk with you, Libra, and I look forward to working further with you should you decide to go ahead, eh? Thank you.